Tesla. It's National Drive Electric Week and we have registered our Model X. So we are here, the boys are here in their Tesla shirts.
Look at this, we've got S's here, X's here, i3s, Volts, you name it. I think there's about 17 different variants of electric and electric hybrid cars at this show and across the country in major cities. Even in mid-sized cities, there are other events that have EVs on display, just owners basically showing up on their own accord and sharing the joy of driving electric, and we are here as well. And we're gonna meet some owners and also show the car around to some people as well. The X is one of the more popular cars around here. Friend Dean over there with his X. And a slew of people, and Kim demonstrating. A bevy of Model S's, and look what we have here. It's a Fisker Karma. It's a plug-in electric hybrid. Check it out. They went with the solar panels on the roof. My understanding is it doesn't really generate a tremendous amount of energy, but if we find the owner around here, I'll definitely ask him. I mean, the aesthetics on this car are absolutely incredible. The attention to detail. I mean, look at this, little buttons to open the door. It is a stunning car. And look at the metallic flakes. I don't know if you can see this on the camera. You definitely don't see these. BMW i3 in the nude here. Do you mind telling me a little bit about what we're looking at here?
This is the rolling chassis for the BMW i3.
Okay.
It's all made out of carbon fiber, and the fiber is produced at a plant in Moses Lake, Washington.
Oh, interesting.
Using hydropower.
Okay.
It's been certified as having the lowest life cycle carbon footprint of any automobile ever built.
Is this a modern i3, or is this all i3s have this same structural setup?
Technology.
Interesting.
Yep. The i3 alone has over 28 national and international awards. The i3 is also the most energy efficient automobile of any fuel type ever tested by the EPA.
Even more than the Leaf?
Oh, much more.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and again, because of the carbon fiber, we actually use a smaller battery than the Leaf, but we get better range.
That's not the battery that's in there right now, is it?
That's one of the 8 cell modules that goes into the bottom of this car.
Okay. What's the range on the i3?
I guess there's range on the 2017 now with the big battery is 114 miles.
Wow,
that's the EPA number. Something like 95% of all commutes in North America are 50 miles round trip or less.
Okay.
So having a car with a 300-mile range is a little like having a pickup truck for the one day in the year you go to Home Depot. I've owned an i3 for 2 years now. When did I? Yeah, almost 3 years. And I've never even come close to running out of battery power, but it's a commuter car for us in town.
Yeah. Great. Thanks so much for the insight. Okay, we're here with Brent. He is an owner of this incredibly gorgeous Fisker Karma. Brent, tell me about when you got this car. How has it been so far having it?
Sure. So it's a 2012 Fisker Karma. I bought it new, one of the very first ones in the state of Georgia. I ordered it in late 2011, or mid-2011. I got it delivered in February 2012. So I've been driving it ever since, about 5 years, and it's been pretty spectacular. I love the way it drives, I love the way it looks. It's pretty unusual to see one on the road, so it draws a lot of attention, and it's been a fantastic vehicle.
Yeah, and so it's a hybrid car, correct?
It is, so it's a pure series hybrid. The only thing that moves the car are the 2 rear electric motors, about 400 horsepower, driven by the central battery. But the car does have a range extender under the hood, which is mated to a generator, so it can produce electricity on the fly, which feeds the battery, which in turn feeds the motors and moves the car. Okay. Ordinarily, I plug it in. It gives, the nominal range is 50 miles. The real world range is about 40 miles on a charge. But for my daily commute, it's my daily driver. You know, I'm 12 miles from my office, and so I almost never use the range extender, the gasoline engine.
Oh, great.
I probably haven't put gas in it in 7 or 8 months.
Wow, okay.
So, but it's been brilliant. My wife drives an EV as well. She has a BMW i3, so occasionally we take it out. But we've taken this on some road trips. We've taken this I drive it like a car.
Okay.
It's not a showpiece. It's the car I drive. Fisker Automotive, the original company, went out of business. It's now been resurrected as Karma Automotive. Karma Automotive, actually, as recently as this week, have announced their new models and the resumption of this particular model. They've renamed it to the Referral.
Okay.
But parts and service availability indefinitely is going to be around, and so service really hasn't been a problem.
Interesting.
There's a very vibrant online community for Fisker owners. There's a lot of active Fisker technicians, and then the new Karma Automotive company has been incredibly supportive of existing owners. So it's been really easy, and the car's been pretty bulletproof, honestly. Other than me curbing the wheels a couple of times, I really haven't had any issues with it, apart from some software updates. And
so it still gets Tesla-like software updates? Is that what you're...
Yeah, the software updates don't come over the air, which is, in this model, the next generation of it does.
Okay.
But the software updates, you take it to the dealership, and they do whatever magic they do. They plug a USB into it, I'm sure, and do the software updates that way. It is a photovoltaic solar roof, so it actually generates electricity. It's about 125 watts, so it's not quite enough to really drive the car. The roof on the Karma satisfies the hoteling system, so the 12-volt system. It runs the lights and the radios, and it runs some cooling fans when the car is parked in the sun. The next generation of the car, the Referral, the solar roof actually does directly feed the high voltage battery, and so on a sunny day, I guess it's good for a couple of miles of range a day. But I think the important thing about the roof, other than the fact that it's beautiful and an interesting talking point, is it begins to move the technology in the right direction, right? So this roof, about 125 watts. The next gen roof, about 200 watts, so about 60% more. And things keep moving in that direction and that trend. Before you know it, we'll be able to get a significant amount of power coming from the sun, which would be pretty fun.
The interior aesthetics are just remarkable, because Tesla is very minimalistic. There's very little going on, but I mean, the see-through interior on this door area, the button, does that just unlatch and you push it open?
That's right. It's an electronic. You push the button and the doors unlock or unlatch. And the car was very design forward, right? Heinrich Fisker, the namesake of the car, is an auto designer, and so he was very adamant that the car design wouldn't get compromised. So this car looks remarkably like the original concept he drew up, and he made the engineers work within that construct. And so as you look around, lots of the touches are very detail oriented. There's also a lot of eco credibility here. So all of these soft materials are recycled materials. All of the wood in the car is reclaimed timber. So this is wood from logs from the bottom of Lake Michigan that are probably 100 years old.
Wow.
Even the leather in the vehicle is from a particular tannery that's very eco-friendly, using a lot more of the hide and using safe chemicals. The paint on the car is water-based. All of the sparkle that you see is recycled glass. So a lot of sort of environmentally friendly or eco-friendly touches were put into the design of the car. And again, on a sunny day like today especially, the brilliance of the paint's pretty remarkable.
Well, I'm glad there's a resurrection of Fisker coming back, because they obviously had a lot of good things going for them as far as design and it's just the beauty of this car.
Obviously I'm biased because I love this car, but it's great to see the car come back for a number of reasons. It's a new car company. It's hard to do. It's an American company, so the new Karma Automotive is, their headquarters are in California. Their factory is in California. I'm pretty excited to see them back on the road.
Wonderful.
I'm a big fan of the vehicle. I'm a big fan of everything about it. It draws a crowd, and
absolutely,
it's a lot of fun.
Thank you. Look at this. Even the little mini Fisker in there has panels on its roof.
Yeah, the Matchbox car.
This is news to me. Look at this. It's a pickup truck. It's from Georgia Power's company. They've got their own little EV. I'm sure it's a hybrid, and might be potentially made just for them. But that is so cool. What is it? What is this VA? I honestly don't know what that is. There's another set of plugs back here. What the heck is this thing? It's a V-Trucks.
Too many trucks.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Georgia Power's own.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And we're here really to bring electric vehicles to the public. because the public is still learning about electric vehicles and how they operate and what it takes to drive them, what's charging all about. And there's so many different models that they want to come and interact with owners. And unlike a typical car show or maybe a manufacturer bringing out cars, and we do have manufacturers here today, we wanted to have a mix of owners and manufacturers to be able to share the joy and benefits.
And you yourself have an EV as well?
I have 3 EVs.
Oh, nice.
So I drive every day I drive a 2014 Chevrolet Volt. I have a Nissan Leaf for my children, and I have a Tesla Model S that I have put into a rental business, and that car has now been rented by 27 people.
Tell me about this this business, because you don't get to, renting an S is not necessarily the easiest thing to do, and a lot of Tesla owners, when they go on vacation, you get so used to the comfort and the amazing aspect of that car that it is really kind of takes your vacation down a notch when you have to rent a gas car, right?
That's very true. So I decided to do this really for the fundamental reasons of finding a way to finance my own used car. And so by putting it into an LLC, it's a company called Georgia E-Ventures. I can rent it through a platform called Turo, and what Turo does is allow the car to go through background checks, liability protection. They provide all of that for me in credit card processing. I meet the owners, I do a demonstration drive, and the types of people that rent my car are pre-Tesla buyers who would like to spend 2 or 3 days, not weeks, in the car. People for weddings, graduations, birthdays, and proms. And I've rented to all of these people, and again, in the year and a half I've owned the car, almost 30 people have rented it.
Does it make you nervous when people are renting them, or do you have restrictions on who can, the age and smoking?
So the age is 30, no smoking, eating, drinking in the car. They know that I'm going to monitor the car through the Tesla app.
Do in the mountains, what does that do to your battery range?
You know, it's fascinating because electric cars pretty much are the only cars where you can go up a mountain and use a lot of range, just like you do on a gas car when you're going uphill. But when you come back down, you get almost all of it back through regenerative braking. So you know, the motor flips into reverse, and basically all the energy it creates gets sent back into the battery, as opposed to using your disc brakes and creating heat and losing the heat as into air.
I'm noticing that it can fit 2.
Yeah, so we got the 6-seat interior on this one, and you can get a 7-seat interior as well. We like the open floor plan kind of look here.
You get to the back easy.
Yeah.
I mean, this you can. I mean, it's access into that.
Access into that. Yeah, the seat articulates forward, so you get a really nice open space into the 3rd row as well. The wings open differently every single time depending on their surroundings. So if you're low garage, they have 2 hinges as opposed to the traditional 1 hinge that just swings out. So this tucks in and swings up.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about your garage.
Does it sense it, or do you have to make that a setting?
It senses it. Yeah, it has ultrasonic sensors on the door itself. So it kind of goes up and stops accordingly to that.
Scared you?
In the beginning, I was kind of nervous to drive it around because we've never had a car like this before. But now I have a hard time driving anything else. Okay, Rob.
Yeah, you get used to it. It's hard to go back. But I mean, they act like an umbrella when it's raining. So the 60 seconds or so it takes to put these guys in the car seats, it protects you, and the water doesn't get in. Actually, it goes around the channels, and it it comes and streams out the side. So it's all designed with that in mind. Of course, it has the autopilot features, so it drove 95% of the way for us from North Carolina yesterday back to here. So it's
that is a really beautiful car.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for.
And check out the under the seats as well. It has pedestal seating, kind of like an airplane. So you can actually store things, backpacks and small bags and laptops or whatever beneath your feet as well.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the biggest single piece of curved glass in any car. It's like a helicopter cockpit is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And when you're in a city, in a downtown skyline, or in a national park or something, it's amazing. What's funny is when you pull up to a red light, oftentimes when you go a little too close and you got to kind of back up or see if it's a red or green. I've done that a couple times and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I wouldn't be able to see it because I pulled up too close. So if you put your foot on the brake there, notice what'll happen in your door. It auto closes for you, so you get all those.
I went to Austria.
Okay.
Very big fan of like Tesla. I appreciate all the videos that you've been providing.
Awesome.
Heard you do more.
Nice. And we got Kim here. And you're going to tell us a little bit about this, because people are often surprised to learn about Mercedes having an EV on the market right now. You don't see very much of these. Tell us about your car, what it's called, the range, and all the common questions.
Sure. So I drive a 2015 Mercedes B-Class, and what's kind of interesting about this particular car is Mercedes decided to bring it to market more as a compliance vehicle.
Can we see the inside here?
Sure. Show you around.
You have detailed it to perfection. Look at this.
So this is the interior.
And Kim, you'll notice something too. Look at the drive, the reverse drive. See how it resembles?
Oh yeah.
Because Mercedes provided that to Tesla in their little partnership.
Yeah.
So
you see a lot of Tesla type of parts.
Yeah, there's a lot of
here. So you see the window switches here.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're right. That is identical. I did not know that part.
Even down to the lumbar support button on the seat.
Oh wow.
Oh cool.
How cool.
You see a lot of
I love the
familiar with
stitching.
Tesla.
I love it.
Probably some other parts of Tesla you don't normally see in a Tesla because they're normally hidden.
Yeah.
Like the charger.
Yeah.
You can actually see that under hood. So
Okay.
let me go and pop that up. So
Yeah, please do.
I don't know if Liam's
I know, he was getting rowdy.
If you notice, there's actually tray tables in the back.
Oh, you're kidding. Look at these tray tables.
Awesome. That's actually a really cool feature. That would be nice to have with the kids. It looks just like a little iPad.
So this is obviously fully electric.
This is a full electric car.
Okay.
However, the chassis is shared with fossil fuel cars as well. They did sort of design a bit about it to accept the battery pack provided by Tesla, so that's actually underneath the passenger compartment. But as you can see here, they sort of packaged everything so it fits within this engine compartment, so to speak. So this top portion here is actually the charger supplied by Tesla. You have several coolant and heating loops for the battery management, and buried in the bottom is actually a motor out of a Model S.
Okay.
So
interesting.
A lot of parts.
Is it literally the same motor, just kind of, I guess, a smaller version of?
It's literally the same motor. The only really difference between, say, this motor and other applications where they installed it, say, the Tesla Model S, is the firmware to the inverter, which controls how much power.
Okay.
And of course, how much power the battery pack is supplying.
Wow.
So it's really seamless integration.
Yeah.
I guess that modular design really pays off.
Yeah.
How they designed it.
So cool.
A lot of forethought.
I love it. What's funny is, Tesla has hid all of this stuff back behind it. It's fascinating to actually be able to see it, because to the untrained eye you would think it's an internal combustion engine, but then knowing more, you're like, okay, this is what it looks like down below, and Tesla somehow managed to find a way to hide it and give you the
more
room.
Storage, right?
Yeah, that's
Ideally,
incredible.
Mercedes would have done the same thing, give me a frunk.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have.
Yeah.
But some interesting other similarities to Tesla, especially the way it drives, like the AC compressor, you can feel that come on. Similar to
Okay.
Model S.
You know a lot about this car. You know more about this car than I know about mine.
Okay.
Can I tell you about my car?
Yes,
it is
we would love to hear
a
about
2014 smart electric car, which is smart. It actually has a lot of things about it that are terrific.
Come on up with us here and show us around it.
Sure. Plenty of room, big doors. You can get in there.
Can I sit in it and just kind of see
It's
what
actually much roomier
the
than you
size?
think. See, look over your head.
Yeah, it is a lot roomier than I expected.
Yeah, it is.
I was not envisioning.
On the exterior, with electric cars, on the exterior, you can't tell because there's no internal combustion engine taking up so much space
It's really fun.
around you.
And you can
Poor man's Tesla. This is funny.
The colors are the Tesla colors.
This is kind of nice too. To have this for your, the daily 110 charge.
Yeah. Oh, that's the charging cable.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love having all these neat little things that EVs provide.
And then actually for me, I have groceries and something. I don't need much more than that.
Yeah.
Look
at it. It's almost like a panoramic windshield here. Big sky windshield. It's got the shade built in. And you said what was the range on this?
68.
68 miles. Okay. For a city commuter, people are afraid of being that low, but for a city commuter, there's no reason to be afraid. Yeah.
50. I'm over 50.
Yeah.
People brought their charger. Some people have actually printed out little about me sections.
I know. Look at this. People have, some guy had how many oil-free miles he'd driven.
Maybe we'll have to get like Tesla pencils made to hand out.